So, as usual, lay down on the mat. Knees bent if you have any tension on the spine. Otherwise, leg straight and roll outward. Whichever is more comfortable for you for your lumbar spine in particular. Roll your arms outward. Keep the shoulder blades flat onto the ground and slide the shoulder blades toward the waist. Pull the back of your head away from the shoulders to lengthen your cervical spine. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Release all tensions. One more time. Relax your forehead, eyebrows, and the skin between the eyebrows. Relax your eyes and let them sink deeper into the skull. Relax the skin of your face, unclench your jaw, and let your lips open slightly. Relax your throat, your neck, and shoulders, arms, forearms, and hands. Relax your back, the muscles of your back, and your spine, vertebra to vertebra. Relax your belly and the whole abdominal area. Relax your hips, your groins. Relax your legs, knees, ankles, and feet. Bring your attention into your breathing cycle and start observing every aspect of your breathing cycle. Which part of your body moves the most, chest or belly? If both moves, which one moves first? Observe without changing anything. Observe simply to know yourself. Observe the length of your breathing cycle. Inhalation and exhalation have the same length, or one of them is naturally longer. Observe the small pauses between inhalation and exhalation, and between exhalation and inhalation. Small moments where everything stops, even your breath. Become aware of the 4 phases of your breathing cycle. Inhalation, pause, exhalation, pause, and even there, observe. Is one of the 2 pauses longer? Observe also that your throat remains relaxed and open even during the pauses. Three more observing breaths. At the end of the third, take control and create a long, slow, steady breath. Allow your body to expand with every inhalation. Let it gently contract with every exhalation. Long, slow, steady breath. Observe your body expanding and contracting, like you were observing someone else. Keep a long, slow, and steady breath. Visualize a light entering your body with every inhalation. Observe this light going out of your body with every exhalation. The light enters your body and go out with your exhalation. When you inhale, the light enters. When you exhale, the lights go out. With every inhalation, the light enters your body, recharge your body, resource your body. With every exhalation, this light bring out all of your tensions, worries, leaving you more and more relaxed. With every inhalation, the light enters your body and recharges your body. With every exhalation, lights get out all of your tensions, leaving you completely relaxed. Observe this light entering your body, recharging your body, and going out of your body, leaving you completely relaxed. Observe this light. Observe if this light is a particular color. Observe if this color changes, or it's the same from the beginning till the end. With every inhalation, you feel recharged. With every exhalation, you feel light. When you inhale, you recharge your body. When you exhale, you free your body from all tensions. A long, slow, and steady breath. And now, still keeping this breath long and steady. Control your breath and create a breathing cycle that has the same length for inhalation and exhalation. Same length for inhalation and exhalation. If you feel comfortable, then you can add 1 count for the pulse. If you don't count, this is not a problem, but keep pauses a little bit longer than usual without forcing. Keep your body relaxed and keep your breath easy. Long, slow, steady breath. Same length, inhalation, exhalation. Pauses a little bit longer than usual. Same length, inhalation, exhalation. Longer pauses. Keep your breath easy. Three more breaths. And at the end of the third breath, adjust a breathing cycle in order to have the same length for the 4 phases. Inhalation, pause, exhalation, pause. But even there, keep it easy. Same length for the 4 phases. Keep your body as much as you can relaxed, especially when you hold your breath, both with empty and full lungs. Same length for the 4 phases. Three more breaths. And at the end of the third breath, go back to a normal breath, not controlled. And allow your breath to become lighter and lighter. Observe your breath becoming lighter and lighter, more and more silent. Observe your body completely relaxed. Slowly roll on your right side. Stay in your right side for a moment before pushing with the left hand to sit up. Okay. Take one block and one strap, yoga strap. Sit over the block. And keep your legs wide. Keep your legs bent, but in a quite comfortable position. Right. Keep your hands right in front of your knees. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, and keeping your spine gently arched. Roll your hips forward, still looking in front of you. Use your hands, push the knees back in order to push your sternum forward. So, looking from the side, like that, with the spine gently arched, and I lean forward, still with the spine arched, using also the hands to push the chest forward. Keep the shoulders down. Deep breaths. And at the end of the third, come back to center. Now, straighten your legs, but put your feet pointed. Okay. So now we don't have a huge protection for the knees to go in hyperextension. So we need to really focus on your thighs. So activate your thighs to keep the legs completely straight and active. Just that. So actually, I want you to feel the thighs working. Feet pointing forward. Roll your hips forward. Put your hands, if you can, down on the ground. Sternum lifted. Keep your legs straight and active. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, still keeping the legs really active, flex your feet and push your heels out. Keep your legs really active. Don't allow the legs to drop down. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. And really slowly bend your knees. Round your spine and allow the head to go down. Stay there for 3 breaths. And at the end of the 3rd, really slowly come back up. Okay, now bend your right leg and put your feet quite close to the block. Okay. Now move the feet at 45 degrees from the hips. So imagine that your heel is really close to the right sitting bone, and the feet is pointed at 45 degrees. So maybe move your heel a little bit back. It's a little bit too forward. Put it a little bit back. Okay. And more to the side of the block. Yes, exactly. Good. Now, straighten your left leg, but keep it active. So when I say keep it active, I don't want you to just drop the leg down. So you want to have the heel touching, but the calf muscles and the leg is not touching. Okay? Good. Now, lean forward and push with the back of your right arm just in front of your right. Yes, exactly. Lean forward a little bit more. Tilt your hip forward. Okay, and push from the back of the arm against the tibia or the right feet. Sternum lifted. Put your right hand down on the ground and keep on pushing. 3 breaths. Don't allow the left leg to drop down. And really slowly come up. Okay. Seems really easy, but we can feel it. We can definitely feel it. Now we're gonna do it on the other side. Sorry, we're gonna do it on the other side. So put your left heel almost under your left sitting bone. And the feet is pointing at 45 degrees. Keep your right leg active. The heel is touching, but the calf and the leg is not touching. Okay. Now, tilt your hip forward the more that you can. Push with the back of your left arm against the tibia. And if you can, if it's not too far away, if you can, just put your left hand down on the ground. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Keep the right leg active. Don't let it drop down. Okay, come back up. Now, still on the block, I'm just gonna move on the other side. Okay. I want you to tilt your hip forward. So bend your knees, but focus on the hips. Walk forward and keep on tilting the hip forward. The more that you can. The movement comes from the hips. Put your hands down if you can, and keep on walking forward. But the movement is still on the hips. So at the end, you're kind of just on the edge of the block because you're just tilting forward completely. When you reach your maximum, stay there. 3 breaths. The movement comes from the hips. And at the end of the 3rd breath, come back up. Okay. Now, sit down on the ground. And Dandasana, the normal Dandasana. Roll your thighs inward and allow the heels to move apart. And like we did before, tilt your hip forward. So I want you to kind of lift the sitting bones and lean more onto the front side of the hips. Even if it seems weird, really want you to focus more on the front side of the hips. Keep the sternum lifted. Okay, now, point your feet. And keep on tilting the hip forward. Roll the thighs inward. And imagine that you want to kind of spread your buttocks. Keep on tilting your hips forward. Stay there. Don't move. Now, without moving the torso and without moving the hips, flex your feet. Stay there. 3 breaths. And really slowly come back up. Good. Now, take the belt and put belt around the wider side of your feet, both feet together. Now, just checking your video, keep your shoulders right above the hips and keep the arms completely straight. Okay, once that you have this position, work on the hips. So tilt your hip forward, but keep the shoulders there, keep the arms straight. It's just a hip movement. Work just on the hips. Now, work also on your legs. So roll your thighs inward and imagine that you want to spread your buttocks. Keep the shoulders there, keep the arms straight. Keep on tilting your hips forward. Use all your muscles. The legs, the hips, the lumbar spine, groins, and relax. Okay. Now, bend your right leg. Grab your right knee with both hands and bring the knee as much as you can close to the chest. Keep the left leg, the left feet flexed. Now you're gonna hate me. Oh yeah, you're gonna inhale. And with the exhalation, keeping the left leg straight, lift it up. 3 breaths. You see why I told you that you're gonna hate me. Okay, we're gonna do it on the other side. No need to stress too much, no need to force too much. Let's go on the other side. So bring your left knee as much as you can close to the chest. Keep your right feet flexed, right leg straight, inhale. And with the exhalation, lift your right leg. 3 breaths. And down. Good. Yeah, it seems easy, doesn't it? Okay, later. Yeah, working on the small muscles. It's lovely. We feel it straight away. Okay, now keep your heels really close to the buttocks. Roll your arms outward and slide the shoulder blades toward the waist. Push the back of your head away from the shoulders. Inhale. And with the exhalation, push with your feet against the ground. Lift your hips. Keep the 2 knees close. Stay there. 3 breaths. And at the end of the third, really slowly go down. Now take the belt. Put the belt around the right feet, the wider side of your right feet. Keep the left feet quite close to the buttocks. Push the back of the head away from the shoulders. Inhale. And with the exhalation, lift the hips. 3 breaths. Just a tiny bit, no need to lift it a lot. And go down. Change side. Take the belt and put the belt around the wider side of your left feet. Keep the right feet quite close to the buttocks. Inhale. With the exhalation, push with the right feet against the ground. Lift the hips. 3 breaths. And at the end of the third, really slowly lower the hips. Okay. Take the belt out. Lift both legs up. Okay. Pointed feet. Lift your arms up to the sky. Inhale. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders, and try and touch with your hands your either tibias, knees, or even your ankles or feet. And go down. Keep the leg straight and vertical. Don't move the legs closer to your face. Just keep it vertical. Inhale. And with the exhalation again, lift your head, shoulders, and touch. Stay there. And go down. Lower your legs at 45 degrees. Straighten your arms parallel to the ground. Inhale. With the exhalation, lift your head and shoulders. Move the hands forward. Yes, good. And go down. Inhale, keep the legs there. And with the exhalation again, keep the arms parallel to the ground. Lift your head, shoulders, and move the hands forward. And relax. Bend the knees, put your feet down. Keep the feet quite close to the buttocks. Roll the arms outward. Slide the shoulder blades over the waist. Pull the back of your head away from the shoulders. Inhale. And with the exhalation, push with the feet against the ground to lift the hips. Keep on pushing in order to move the chest over the chin. 3 breaths. Down on your head. And at the end of the third, really slowly go down. Okay. Now, from that position, put your feet in Baddha Konasana. So, base of the feet together, knees open to the side. And just stay there. 3 breaths. The end of the third breath. Start activating some muscles on your legs in order to bring the knees a little bit closer to the ground. It won't move a lot. Actually, it really won't move more than a few millimeters, even less than that. But I want you to feel the activation of the muscles. So push the outer side of your feet, one against the other, and bring the inner side of the feet out. Like you want to put the base of the feet toward the sky. And observe that this movement of the feet, so opening the feet to have the base of the feet up, will have a straight connection to your hips and even to your buttocks. Stay there. And release. Bring the 2 knees together. Now, bring the right knee closer to the chest. Take the 2, use the 2 hands to bring the right knee closer to the chest. Now, straighten your left leg down on the ground. And observe the light stretch of your psoas. 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, point your feet and push your feet away from the hips. Like you want to lengthen your leg. Okay, now allow the right knee to open to the side. Still really close to the chest, but opening to the side. Yes, exactly. That's perfect. But don't compromise the activity of the left leg. Yes. Okay, that's good. And now release and change side. So bring the left knee close to the chest. Use both hands. Keeping the Left leg close to the chest, straighten your right leg. Start observing the stretch of the groin, 3 breaths. And at the end of the 3rd breath, point your feet, activate your legs, and push the feet away from the hip. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, open the left knee to the side, but just keeping the knee really close to the chest. So it's not really opening completely to the side, it's just sliding to the side. 3 breaths. Keep the right leg active. And come back to center. Bring the 2 knees together. Bring it toward the chest and stay there without moving. Just for 3 breaths. The end of the 3rd breath. Bring the right knee to the chest and straighten your left leg up to the sky. Okay. Now, allow the right knee to open gently to the side, still keeping the knee really close to the chest, like we did before. But now, I want you to open the left leg to the side. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, lift your left leg up and change side. Straighten your right leg, bend your left one, bring the left knee toward the chest. Really gently start sliding the left knee to the side. Keep the right leg active and pointed. Okay. You can use both arms to keep the right knee close to the chest and really slowly start opening the right leg to the side. Go to your maximum and stay there for 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, really slowly come back up. Bring the 2 knees to the chest, roll on your right side and push with the left hand to sit up. Okay. Yeah, working on the hips again. Damn. Well, actually, I want you to work on hips and legs because I say that sometimes I think the circulation of the legs are not really super good. So when you work on the hips and activating the legs in a, like we did now, so with a pointed feet and then bend, flex one, you activate your circulation, so it can help. So now, we're gonna just focus a little bit on the lumbar spine. And we're gonna mainly fortify the, that is strengthen the lumbar spine. So, inhale. With the exhalation, roll your hips backward. Push the spine up, look at your belly. Inhale, roll your hips forward. Arch your spine. Slide the shoulder blades over the waist. And stay there, 3 breaths. Keep the arms straight. Slide the shoulder blades even more toward the waist. Yeah, you can even stay there on the fists. This is not a problem. Keep on rolling the hips forward to lower your lumbar spine. Now, without moving your hips, lean on your left leg. Don't tilt your hip backward. Sit there. And really slowly straighten your right leg. Keep your arch completely, keep your spine completely arched. I want you to feel the muscles on your lumbar spine working, kind of burning. That's good. Last moments. Bend your knees. Okay, now inhale. With the exhalation, roll your hips backward, push your spine up, and already you're gonna feel that you worked on the lumbar spine. Inhale, roll your hips forward, arch your spine. Keep your spine arched. Slide the shoulder blades over the waist. Now, lean on your right leg, and without moving your hips, straighten your left leg. Stay there. Strengthen those muscles. Stay there. Keep your legs straight and active. And really slowly bend your knee again and create circles with your hips and lumbar spine. Do it really slow, slower than usual. Turn also on the other side. Now, tuck your toes under. Okay. Roll your hips backward, push your spine up as much as you can. Now, bend your elbows and lower your head down toward the ground as much as you can, close to the knees. So the top of your head is down on the ground and your spine is completely round. Take the outer side of your feet with both hands. And now lift your hips and push your hips forward in order to round your spine even more. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, enter child pose for 3 breaths. At the end of the third, come back up. Stand on lifted, shoulder blades down, roll the arms outward, push the thumbs back. And move the hands down like you want to touch the ground. Belly in. 3 breaths. And on the third breath, tabletop position. But keep the 2 hands on the left side of the mat. So actually, the right one is around the middle of the mat, and the left one is on the edge. Okay. Now, put your right feet on the right side of the mat, aligned with the hands. Okay. Now, walk forward with your feet, with your right feet, as much as you can. Now, bend your knee and push your hips down. Sternum lifted. Push the hands down. Lift the sternum. 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, put your right hand inside of your right knee and really gently allow the knee to open a little bit more to the side. So lift gently the inner side of your feet. Keep the spine straight, keep the sternum lifted, stay there. And really gently come back in tabletop position. Okay, now move to the right. So right side, right hand on the edge, left hand roughly in the middle of the mat. Put your left feet on the left side of the left hand and start walking forward with your feet. Now, bend your left knee and push the hips down. Push with the hands against the ground to lift the sternum. So you're gonna stretch a little bit more your right groin. Stay there. Now, lean on your right hand and put your left hand inside of your left knee and allow really gently, allow the knee to open to the side. So lift really gently the inner side of your feet. Sternum lifted, that's beautiful. Really beautiful. And come back into the position. Okay. Now, walk gently back with your knees. Put your feet as wide as a mat. Back your toes under. Roll the arms outwards. Slide the shoulder blades over the waist. Now you know. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Push your chest over the toes. Roll the arms outward. Inhale. With exhalation, lean forward for your plank pose. If you need to, you can move your hands and feet in order to find the good position. Belly in, tag the tailbone under. Push the heels back. Inhale. And with exhalation, enter Adho Mukha Svanasana again. Try not to move the hands and feet if possible. But maybe it will be for the next time. Inhale. And again, plank pose. Focus on the hips. Create a straight line from the heels to the shoulders. Push with the hands against the ground. And really slowly, without moving the hands and feet, if you can, enter Adho Mukha Svanasana. Push the chest over the toes. And walk back with your hands. Put your hands over the waist and come back up. Okay. Now, keep your legs spread quite wide. So wider than your hips, with the feet pointing out, roughly at 45 degrees. Bend your knees just a tiny bit. Lift the pubis. And allow the shoulder, the tailbone to drop down. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Roll the arms outward, push the thumbs back. 3 breaths. And at the end of the third, really slowly straighten your legs, but keep this movement of the hips. And release. Okay. Tadasana. Big toe stretching, heels slightly apart. Tag the tailbone under. Belly in. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Find the drishti. Lean on your left leg. Lift the right one and take the right knee with the right hand. If possible, just with the right hand, because now I want you to open the right leg to the side as much as you can and stay there. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, come back to center and change side. Then on your right leg, lift the left one. Grab the left knee with the left hand and allow the left knee to open to the side at your maximum. 3 breaths. And really slowly come back to center. Keep the legs wide, really wide, wider, 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 as much as you can. Well, not completely, I don't want you to do the split, but if you can, try and spread your legs at 90 degrees or just a tiny bit more than that. So not completely, but wide, wider than usual. Keep the thighs active. So when you activate the thighs, you can kind of feel the hip tilting forward. If you don't feel it, roll the thighs gently in, like we did in Dandasana. And imagine that you wanna close legs. So when you do, activate the thighs, roll the thighs inward, and activate the inner muscles, like you want to close the legs, you will feel more stable. Actually, you can kind of, I can feel my muscle kind of tingling. Now, using those muscles, tilt your hip forward and put your hands down on the ground. Push with the big toes down. Keep the legs active. Now, move the sternum forward. Put your hands over the waist. Don't bend your knees. Activate your legs and come back up. Okay. Tadasana. Close your eyes. So now you are activated your legs in a slightly different way than usual. So now I want you to feel the difference. I want you to feel the muscles that you used. I want you to feel, how do you feel? If you feel more or less strong, more or less stable. Just observe. Become a witness of yourself. Okay, now, open your eyes, spread your knees, spread your legs again. Turn your right feet at 45 degrees, just the right one, at 45. It's not Trikonasana, it's a completely different thing. So right feet at 45 degrees. Bend your right feet and walk back with your left one. Lift your right heel. Lift the heel and move the hip down, all the way down. Okay, we're gonna enter in a different way. So sit on the, don't worry, we have several ways to enter the positions, so it's not a problem. So sit over the left heel, just sit, okay. Now, keep the right feet at 45 degrees and keep the heel quite close to the sitting bone. Now, I wanted to push the right knee down by lifting. Yes, yeah, just that. Put your hands down. So your right buttock is quite close to the right heel. Okay. Now, straighten your left leg to the side. Put your feet pointing down to the ground. Keep the right buttocks down toward the heel. Yes. Well, actually, you can put the left feet forward because you're a little bit too much on line, but put it forward. It will be more stable. Yeah. You see? Easy. Stay there. 3 breaths. Keep the left leg active. Roll the arms outward and push the thumbs back. 3 breaths. Okay. At the end of the third, put your hands down on the ground. Bend your left leg. Sit on the right heel and put your left feet down. So we're gonna do the opposite. Try and move a little bit more toward the back side of the mat. Okay. Now, left feet is at 45 degrees. Now, push the left knee down and lift the heel. Okay, now, hands down and straighten your right leg to the side, but move the right feet forward. More, so it'll be more stable. Okay, that's good. You see, it's easier now. Now lift your torso. Keep the right leg active. Roll the arms outward, push the thumbs back, 3 breaths. Try and push with the right feet down. And imagine that you want to move the right feet closer. So you will activate also the inner side of the legs and will give you a little bit more stability. But yeah, it's not an easy pose, that's for sure. Okay, hands down. Now, I'm gonna do weird things now. So I want you to sit on your right heel. Exactly the same thing that we did just now. Sit on the right heel, but like that. Okay, lift your knee, lift your right knee. Yes, it's like that. You feel okay? Good. Take the block and put the block under the knee or tibia. If you need 2 blocks, take 2 blocks. Put it on the second side, on the middle one. Yes. But if it's a little bit too low, you can also take another one. Okay. Leave the sternum. Okay, now I want you to cross the left leg over the right knee. And stay there. Woohoo! 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, change side. So sit on your left heel, knee hovering. Put your knees over the block and cross your right leg over the left knee. 3 breaths. And at the end of the 3rd, back to center. You know what that we're gonna do with a knee not supported, you know it. But we're gonna still use the block in a completely different way. We're gonna put the block against the sacrum, and we're gonna put the block against the wall. So you will be supported. So the idea, now I want you to sit close to the wall. Well, actually, I'm gonna show you. Thank you. On the heels and against the wall. Okay. Just gonna put it on the side so I can see you a little bit more. Once that you have your stability, you can use your hands against the wall and cross the left leg over the right knee. You can do it. Yes, 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 yes. Once I have it like that, you can even take it and push the left knee a little bit down. Watch. Okay. 3 breaths. And at the end of the 3rd, you change side. Yeah, it's not easy, but you're too good. That's the problem. I have to find other asanas that you can just that will be challenging for us, actually, not just for you, for us. So sit on the left heel and cross the right leg over. Once that you enter the position, 3 breaths. Good, good, almost. And go down. Okay. Maybe next time for this side, you had the heel a little bit too low. The idea is to have really this position. So it's not that. Because when you're leaning forward, with the torso, you won't have the same, well, the same activation of the chakras and stuff. Yes, exactly. It's just like that. Good. Awesome. Now, lay down. Lift your legs up to the sky. But keep the legs gently open and create circles with both feet. Both on one side and on the other side. Okay. Now do it with your ankles. Turn your ankles. Yes. Good. On one side and on the other side. Okay. Bend your knees. Relax completely your feet, ankles, and legs. And now at least we entered Shavasana. We're in Shavasana now. So take your Shavasana position. If you need any props, use it. So if you feel tension on the lumbar spine, you can either use a bolster or a chair or even a small weight over the belly. If you have an eye cushion, the neck pillows, use it. Keep the shoulder blades flat onto the ground, with the back of your head away from the shoulders. Relax your face, unclench your jaw. Allow your tongue to relax, to become wider, and gently move toward the back of the throat. Observe your body. Observe the muscles that have been used today. Observe the areas of your body that worked most. At the end of Shavasana, I'm going to chant the mantra, and at the end of the mantra, I'm going to guide you out of the pose. Till that moment, just relax. Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Slowly, start moving your toes and fingers. Bring back the awareness into your body. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Release all tensions. One more time. Gently stretch your body. Bend your knees and roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a brief moment before sitting comfortably for the chant of 3 Om. Find your comfortable seated position with the spine straight yet relaxed. Put your hands in Inana Mudra or Chin Mudra. Keep your eyes closed. Face, throat and belly relaxed. Inhale deeply. Relax your face, throat and belly. Become aware of all the small movements of your energy. Put your hands in prayer position in front of the chest. Open your eyes. Namaste.